So we are in the moment where there is a tremendous amount of energy flowing into our planet. It's flowing in from the heart of the galaxy. It's flowing in from the galactic civilizations who are now able to radiate a lot more energy to us, and I will share more about this in a bit. And so there is this huge stimulation going on of the planet, which is causing many, many different kinds of symptoms and issues. When this energy pours in, of course, it stimulates everything in human beings, both the positive, bringing us into higher states and feeling joy and bliss sometimes, but it also stimulates all the unresolved issues and patterns in our subconscious and all levels of our being, which are meant to be worked through with this new energy pouring in. That's what we're doing. So that's part of what we're dealing with on the planet at this time. Now, what I'm getting is the solution for most of us that is most easily accessed is to what we call open into the matrix of love. We all know love is an important energy. It's fundamental to our whole system. We want to see that, present. We want to be part of that and be in that. For many people do, not everyone. And so, but it is an energy, and it's an energy that can be called upon to sweeten and clarify our relationships, open our hearts, and bring the energy of forgiveness, repentance, and lasting connection. That's what love does. That's on a very interpersonal human level. On a cosmic level, love is an all-pervading, infinite field matrix of energy which transcends all dimensional limitations of time and space and creates an indissoluble bond between all worlds and dimensions. It is an energetic matrix which, when entered at any point in any dimension, ultimately unfolds into a unity of consciousness with ever-expanding wholes to which there is no end or limit. As such, entering the matrix of love through any dimensional portal leads to an ever-expanding revelation of the seamless unity of the whole, which is the one life. So love is not just a nice sentiment between human beings. It's much, much more than that. It is fundamentally the magnetic, binding, unifying energy that holds all the worlds in right relationship. It is much greater than just that feeling we get when we're elated because we're in love or we're experiencing love with other people or whatever. It is so much more than that. That's the key thing. So it's the key to this whole unfoldment and activation of our DNA, of our own resolution of the kind of problems we have on the earth today. It is the key to the entire process. So now to go more into the history, because that's what we promised. The galaxy our galaxy for very long cycles of time was punctuated by interplanetary wars and conflicts. Ghastly, there were huge destruction of whole planetary systems, and it was just an unbelievable thing. Went on for millennia at certain times. Eventually, the light forces gained supremacy, and all the existing alliances that were made during this interplanetary, intergalactic war were woven together into what's called the Galactic Light Alliance, or just the Galactics. The Light Alliance is an agreement to keep the peace and uphold the principles of freedom, self-chosen development and evolution, and the friendly relations between all races and civilizations. The opposition that caused the war was those beings who were basically fundamentally predatory, wanted to gain control of the different civilizations and planets and use them for their own benefit, and had absolutely no respect for the rights of or free will of the beings who lived in those systems. So it was really a war between light and dark, between those who supported free will and self-chosen evolution and those who wanted to just simply conquer and take whatever they wanted and destroy whatever they felt like. That is the fundamental war, which is now been resolved for our solar system and in this whole quadrant of the galaxy. That war has been completed. It is no longer functional. And the Light Alliance now controls this whole of the galaxy. Now, what has happened is, however, that as I mentioned earlier, very early on in Earth's history, we had this entrance of a group of predatory type aliens who, in a sense, there was a protection there, but they, through this wormhole, they were able to enter into the Earth and came in and were there. They were shortly discovered by the Light Alliance. And as I said, they went through this whole choice and they decided to let them continue so that they could, in fact, stimulate us choosing between good and evil and growing evolutionarily through that choice. So they came in and basically set up their own control systems.